Hey everybody, today's topics include big news for veganism and also what I'm eating to gain weight. And also going to play some guitar. Okay, first up, more good news for veganism. Let's see, the last time this happened was about 5 years ago when Bill Clinton announced he was going sort of vegan. And now, just a few days ago, another big celebrity, Oprah Winfrey. Well, maybe this isn't such a big deal. What happened is, she's got a show. It's not as big as her big show was when she was bigger, she and her show. So she had on the president of the Humane Society of the United States, Wayne Pacelle, and she asked what people could do to help the animals. Then he mentioned meatless Mondays. Later on, she made a tweet on Twitter. Well, I'm just reading this for the first time. At Wayne Pacelle, that I can do. Have meatless Mondays. Who will join me? She got some good numbers here. So the way I first heard this is that she recommended meatless Mondays to 33 million people. And that sounds really good. And this could have a good snowball effect. You know, a whole bunch of people hearing about it. And one day leads to other days. And it plants a seed. It gets people thinking about why you'd be eating less meat. And people just might start eating even less of it. Now on the other hand, that 33 million is the number of followers she has on Twitter. But that doesn't mean everyone's going to see that tweet. With the way Twitter works, you know, only a fraction of the people are going to see it. And then, because there's this feed, and it keeps going, and you can easily miss stuff. It depends on how many other Twitter people that Oprah's followers have in their feed. And I'm sure they have a whole bunch of crap. Because, you know, anybody who follows Oprah still, well, I just, when I went to her page, I found I'm following her. But not for the same reason. And I missed her tweet too, you know. You'd have to be there within minutes of the tweet going out to actually see it in your feed. There was an article that reminded me that it was 20 years ago where Oprah said on her show that she would never eat another hamburger. And it was only because of all the crap that's in it. It wasn't about animal welfare. Speaking of which, here's the top of her Twitter page. So she's a big animal lover, she calls herself. And so here we are now 20 years later, and she's not even doing meatless Mondays. And was she just hearing about this? It took 20 years to get to this place? So Oprah has been an ongoing topic in the vegan community. Why won't she just go vegan? She did it before, and she had a chef too. She said the food was great. I can only think of one reason. In this community, I don't think they want to hear it this month. It seems YouTube vegans are tired of hearing it, but they still don't believe it. When Oprah said, that I can do, let's say that she means she can't go vegan. Actually, she can. She just doesn't know she can. And like my last video about Dr. Aman Ra, I'm not saying certain things. I want my audience to just figure it out. Because people don't want to hear things. You know, how much evidence do you need? On a different note here, I got another angle here. I was thinking about meatless Mondays. And I'm thinking, what could I say that's negative about it? That it might not work? And I thought of something. With this Meatless Monday campaign, movement it's called, all people hear is to not eat meat on Monday. That's it. They're not given any details. So, but what are people going to eat on Monday? And there's the problem right there. You know, it sounds silly to us, but one problem with non-vegans is if they go vegan for a day, they're not going to know what to eat. I've heard this so many times from people. What do I eat? That's not trolling. These people are serious. They're so used to meat, they don't know what to do. So that's one reason they may eat less than they're used to. And there's another reason they may eat less. Because we got all this carb fear propaganda circling around. From the media, Dr. Oz, right here to our community, Dr. Raw. People are going to look to other vegans for how to eat. And if we're not eating much, and we've got people eating one meal a day, like I said, very few people can do that. People just coming off the SAD diet trying to be vegan will never be able to do that. And that's why we shouldn't be humoring all of this calorie restriction stuff. Abel actually was promoting it all over the show. I just don't...
You can drink coffee.
And what's irritating...
Coffee.
A modern day warrior diet plan. Today's buff vegan will take you by the hand. Exit the warrior's diet stride. Today's Ramadama will take you for a ride.
No, his mind is not for rent to any god or government.
Jeb Bush went on a diet about a year ago. Why would that hurt his campaign? Well, here I present Low Carb Moments with Jeb.
The basic healthcare commitment by this country to people ought to be that the healthcare is affordable, which means lower premium.
We're prepared to act in the national security interests of this country to get back in the business of creating a more peaceful world. Please clap.
In life, that it won't wipe you out, it won't destroy your way of invest alongside with it. And the support comes in the out-of-pocket costs, and that insurance provides. You've made healthy lifestyle decisions, and your costs.
You fall asleep looking at them.
Yeah. So tonight, I am suspending my campaign.
Psych! Okay, all month I've been wanting to talk about how I'm eating this month to gain weight. I've just been too busy with other crap to cover in my videos. So this is a pretty good thing to put together with the Meatless Monday thing. Because here I am. I can't put any weight on, but maybe I'm just not trying hard enough. Over here I will put some footage of me eating. This was about 3 hours after that other footage I showed during my Olympic video. Here I'm having my fat meal at the end of the day. And while you're watching that, I'll show you some stuff. This just happens to be hanging around here. Usual things. And I also did some foraging. There's just been no dates to forage around here for 2 or 3 months. But I went out and did some exploring on the bike. And when you look, you often find... Look at this. This was... Not only is this going to be good for my diet, but this made me feel good to just find something like this. These are the biggest dates I've ever foraged. And yeah, they almost look like they're from the store. But on the ground they didn't. People just pass them up. They don't know what they're missing. And of course you can't gain weight without carbs. So on top of the potatoes and rice, I'm also eating some tastier stuff in the hopes that I can eat even more than usual. Like in the comments in my last video, Dr. Raw, most of the comments are talking about carbs and how we shouldn't eat so much because they make you fat. Well, let's give it a shot. I really like these Triscuits and pasta. And for dinner, got more avocados because it just might take fat for me to get fat. Of course, that fat's going to be mixed in with the muscle, the muscle I'll be gaining, so I won't look fat, see. And now, while you continue to watch me eating, I'll play my song, and I've also been meaning to get to this song, which is my summer theme song. I don't really have a name for it, so let's call it High Fruit Summer. my channel, I think, is that my audience is mostly older than 30, and they're not on social media. It's dominated by young people. That's where it's decided who becomes popular, who has the most sharing power. And look at all the popular people. They're mostly young people. But even if you're not on Twitter or Facebook, you're still here on YouTube. And there's things you can do right here. Matter of fact, this very site is a good place. You know, besides the thumbs up and the chatting with people in the comments, you can go to other videos, leave comments there about my videos, but you don't want to post a link because that'll go to the spam and no one will see it. Took me a couple of years to learn that one. Maybe just mention my name with a specific reason for watching my videos. The title of a video, a particular topic, or the fact I'm the funniest person on YouTube. Fuck that Pootie Pie. He's just acting like a bratty, spoiled 8-year-old because he knows who his audience is. And sometimes you want to be real nice, and other times you want to get in people's faces. For instance, just a few hours ago I initiated a challenge to vegan gains, and I'm going to push on this one because I know he's not going to do anything. Probably won't even see my comment. But other people will see it, so that's good enough for now.